Hello. Let's talk about the energy of this week ahead, April 21st, this Friday through the following Friday. I like to do this on Friday because I like to hear what's going to happen in the weekend. I don't know, I still have that feeling of like, it's the weekend. Six of Wands is the card that came up. In traditional tarot, the Six of Wands is the victory card because it's the harmonizing of your life force, your vitality, your fire energy. So sixes always have to do with harmonizing energy. There's a sense of balance with six, but a larger balance. So think of it more of like symphonic balance, or think about it as weaving balance or color play balance. We're talking about balance, but not just two poles. Balance when you've added all these other elements and you're trying to kind of make something sing or harmonize. And fire wand energy, that is everything that lights us up. So it is our creativity, our sexuality, our heat, our temper. It is our inspiration. It is anything that calls us to expression, calls us to play. So the Six of Wands is called the victory card because there is something that happens when those energies get balanced that is in fact victorious. To take something like fire, which is in its essence so unstable, so unpredictable, powerful, but at the same time vulnerable to the elements. To take something like fire, if you ever tried to start a campfire, right? Like, the difference. You can get it going and it can be monstrous from the get-go, and you can work so hard and never quite get it off the ground, right? Fire is, by its definition, mercurial and needs to be fed, right? Fire can't burn in a vacuum. So this idea of our fire being something that needs to be tended to, when you get to a place where you do have that steady blaze, that steady burn, and there's a harmony and a rhythm and in shamanism we say a friendliness to the fire, that is a sense of victory. There's a satisfaction and a warmth that just runs over your body when you think of this idea of a harmonized fire. It's sexy and it feels warm, and I don't know, there's the danger to the fire element that gets satiated by a six energy. So Six of Wands for the week ahead, the message I heard when I turned the card over was something is coming, something is arriving. And it wasn't like, oh my God, something's coming. It was a sense of arrival. It felt like a delivery, like a package, like something was going to land, which is interesting because we're not in an energy of landing, right? We're just entering this eclipse portal. We are kicking off this series of Aries Libra eclipses. We have this beautiful new moon that we're celebrating. We have the beginning of Mercury retrograde, which, every person on your feed will be telling you to take a minute and to slow down, right? Hopefully with no fear component, hopefully with a sense of retrogrades work in our favor. The planets, like life, like the universe, like the Wheel of Fortune, are not out to get us. So, we have to keep living our lives, and partially what we're doing is becoming attuned to and sensitive to the reversals, to the slowdown, to the eddies in the river, as much as we're getting accustomed to the movement and the flow and the propulsion and the momentum. So that's part of our practice, right? Is to be awake and aware and to pay attention when the retrograde energy comes in, that this is not something out to get us. This is not the universe, like tripping our wires just for the fun of it. This is the universe showing us different energies, giving us different flavors of what it means to be engaged, bring to our attention the things that we may have neglected and turned away. There's such power to doing what is in front of you. And that sounds so simple, right? Doing what is in front of you. And I promise you, if you start paying attention, we are so good at not doing what needs to get done. We are really good at distracting ourselves. We are really good at prioritizing things that are not the immediate things. We're good at perseverating on things that are not the immediate thing. And that's just the basis of mindfulness, right? When you're washing the dishes, be washing the dishes. When you're sitting in the morning thinking about what needs to happen, one of my teachers, John Weiland, he used to say, like, what can you do in this day that will liberate your energy? What can you do? What could I get done today? What could I tackle, confront, be with today that I know, whether it's difficult, painful, boring, like whatever the flavor of that thing is, I know that within the completion or the confrontation of it, all of this energy gets unlocked. So if you really think about your days like that, like where do I know that my energy is bound? Where do I know that my fire is being suppressed? And how could I turn my attention to that thing, knowing that on the other side of that is just so much fresh air, so much freedom, so much kind of warm and sexy fire? That's the invitation of the Six of Wands, right? Like, where are you off balance, particularly from this kind of liberation standpoint, this kind of warmth and heat, and your kind of your magnetism or your appeal. Like, that's such a funny word to come through, but like the thing that makes you magnetic, the thing that draws people to you, the world to you, that the Six of Wands coming up is saying there's something about that is bound or that is out of harmony. And the energy of this week is a gift to do that. So a gift to achieve that. Things I heard were this idea of it's arriving. Something is going to appear. And so I said that before, and I circling back to why that took me down the rabbit hole of like the retrogrades and the energies, because the energy of eclipse and retrogrades is like, oh my gosh, kind of like stay grounded, stay low, and wait to see what gets shifted, what gets eclipsed in and out of your life. And the Six of Wands says something really beautiful, something really harmonious, something really satisfying is getting eclipse into your life. And that retrograde energy that we might assume, like retrogrades are a slowing down or retrogrades are a reversal, maybe there's something different to experience here. Maybe we should keep our eyes and our curiosity open to the idea that there's something that actually is taking shape and landing at our feet, landing in our lives. That is a gift. I heard in my own meditations, I was thinking about something. What I heard was the universe wants to do this for you, not with you. I am a builder and a creator, and I am a capable person. And when I want to create something, I will do it. When this message came through, it was like a recognition of that, a recognition of like, we know you can. They're not saying you can't, but also maybe your work is in the opening your hands and receiving of the gift versus the plotting ahead and the creating on your own. So that is the energy I'm working with personally right now, and I'm trying to sit with, and I can't tell you how good that feels. Like what an act of love that feels like from the universe, for the universe to say, like, open your hands, child, be in your space, be in your peace, and let the universe do this thing for you. Let the universe show you that it's not all about the work of your hands. A lot of it is what wants to be born, what wants to become, and your readiness to receive it. There's this term unfolding that I keep running into these past couple of weeks. I heard like this evolutionary biologist speak about it. I've heard that Rick Rubin brought it up in his work. It came up like 3 times in the past couple of weeks. And this term unfolding, referring literally to the biology and the evolution of life in this universe, on this planet, but also the unfolding, talking about the creative process. There is a way in which the unfolding is happening in our own bodies, in our own lives, in our environments, in our communities, in the momentum of everything. You name it, it's having its own experience of the unfolding. The evolutionary biologist, she said, everything is equally evolved. And I just love that idea. So often as humans, we can kind of look at each other, judging our own lives, judging the progress that we're making, judging the progress that other people are making, judging the progress of our nation, judging the progress of our community. And we can have this sense of like, wow, I wish they were more evolved. I wish I were more evolved. And I just love this idea of taking the shackles of that judgment off of our minds, off of our experiences, just to say like, no, everything is evolving, is equally evolved. Everything is in this experience of unfolding. Whether we like it or not, whether we understand it or not, is kind of beside the point and practically not our business. Our business is to be aware and release all constrictions, release all barriers in our bodies and in our systems and our energy bodies as well, in our lives, that keep us from experiencing the unfolding fully. That is victory, right? That is a type of presence that's where magic happens. That's when we kind of get out of our own way. And so I guess I just invite you in this week ahead to recognize that the harmonization of your fire energy is something that you do for yourself, but also that is done with the help of the other elements. It's done with the co-creative, foundation of our universe. Something about this week, the universe wants to do something for you, not with you, as a gift. So I hope that resonates. I hope that that's true. I would love to have the sensation at the end of, next Friday that everyone who heard this and people way beyond who hear this had a sense of a gift arriving in their life, something important arriving in their life that allowed them to find this moment of balance with their fire energy. Yeah, that's really cool. And I'll go back to what I said in the beginning. Think about how you're structuring your life, and think about what could get put in place, what could get confronted, what could get faced, whatever that means for you, wherever you are. What could get faced that would actually, in its confrontation, in its experience, liberate more of you into the world, liberate more of your energy for the unfolding that is, again, happening for you and with you. I have this image of people holding the riverbank, and that's totally normal, but what would happen if you trusted the river a little bit more, if you did what you had to do to enjoy the float a little bit more? And that's going to be different for all of us. I hope that was helpful. I hope that spoke some love and light into your life, and I hope wherever you are, you can feel just how sexy and warm your energy is, what a gift it is to the universe to have more of you to experience, what a gift it is to have your song of fire expressed more clearly in the world. And I wish you victory this week, and I wish you a full awareness and appreciation and full-bodied acceptance of whatever gift arrives for you this week. Be well. Talk to you soon. It's giving, let's get curious. It's giving everything is sacred. It's giving art. It's giving light you up and turn you on and set you free. It's giving you are the wisdom keeper. It's giving freedom, and it's giving love, and it's giving you are more magical and powerful than you can comprehend. It's giving, I don't know what's happening, but I am so here for it. It's giving you are pure potential. It's giving mystical.